Tell us a little bit about the technology you've got here. Health is not something that we've got anywhere else really visible at the exhibition, and yet you're here talking among lots of other companies that have got sensors. So what's special about your system? And I can see images of sport behind us. Yeah. What's it doing? And I've got a PlayStation console here.
The idea is what we are doing is to embed sensors on everyday life objects.
Okay.
We choose the automotive industry as the first market to go. Here we have two conductive ladders that enable the acquisition of the electrocardiogram, so the heart signal while the driver is acting. So what we can do with heart is not only detect heart problems, but also go for biometrics, like a fingerprint, and also detect fatigue patterns.
First thing, we do a very fast three-dimensional camera that detects the environment around you. It's very fast. It's about 100 times the speed of your GoPro, so we see things that move fast, 100 kilometers an hour. And we also see them with a lot of precision, typically millimeter. And then the technology we use is the one you have on your phone. It's a bit like an image sensor that takes all the pictures you've been taking.
So is it using time of flight?
So it is using time of flight and a variant, or the simplest variant of the time of flight, which is I send a photon, it gets reflected by your face and comes back to me, and I stop the chronometer. So I've counted a million of a second, and it gives me the distance between the two of us. So it's called direct time of flight and single photo detector, because I only need one photon, the smallest quantity of light that exists in physics. So it's more the idea that now the scientific progress was good enough that I can measure 10 picoseconds, which means 0.7 millimeter.
Tell me about the background of NAVENTIK. You're a spin-off from a university project, is that right? A research project?
Yeah, that's right. We have pretty much like 5 years experience with doing industry projects in the on the topic of ADAS on the University of Chemnitz, and just right now we have developed a specific technique for satellite navigation in ADAS systems, and we are ready to spin off and go with that technique to the market. GPS, the classical system, as well as Galileo from Europe, and the Russian system, also the Chinese system, yeah.
Right, so you've got lots of flexibility even when autonomous vehicles move across borders as well.
Yeah, that would be a kind of a challenge also to work in China with doing that stuff, because the traffic environment is much more complicated there, but yeah, we are ready to do that.
So our company is focused on software development to assess the driver state. Because driver state monitoring is a big challenge for the future of automotive, because before being completely autonomous, fully autonomous, the vehicles will need if the driver can take back the control of the car in some situations.
To make sure that both the driverless car and potentially the driver are behaving appropriately and safely with each other?
Yes, exactly, absolutely, because before reaching the step where the driver don't care about what happened on the road and what happened during the journey of the drive, in some situations it will be necessary to take the control.
So it's monitoring the driver, looking specifically at what metrics. Is this specifically about eyes, or are there other metrics being taken in by the system?
Okay, so our system, our first technology is based on the eye movement analysis, and we also developed technologies for monitoring facial expressions.
Xenomatix is developing and selling sensors that are applied for automotive industry alone, in active suspension, in ADAS and in autonomous driving.
And what sort of sensors are you selling? Is it LiDAR?
It is, we have N-LiDAR, and we have for the short range where LiDAR is not sufficient, we have the triangulation algorithm with the laser bundle and the separated projector and camera.
We focus very much on being the platform processing LiDAR data generated by all the beautiful sensoring companies, and we create true 3D dynamic maps in order for the driver to have the real feel of autonomous driving. Our idea here is to create these maps as an enrichment to the existing platforms, combining it with LiDAR sensing technology, both providing the driver an environment where he can also reach deserted areas, but also allowing this platform to provide feedback back to the home base and map deserted areas in such way the final result will be very complete. So that's in a nutshell what we try to do here.
I founded a company called Third Space Auto, and what we've created is a mobility assistant, and by that we mean just a way for people to experience the in-car environment in a better way than they do today.
And how are they interacting with the system itself?
So it's a voice-based system. It's an application that sits on your smartphone but connects into the gateway system that you have from the OEM in the car, and it allows you to access all the applications, all the services that you would normally access through your phone, but using just your voice to do that.
Okay, is that natural voice-based processing or is it an audio data system?
No, it's natural voice processing. So it's not just commands and reactions. So it uses intelligence to be able to do that so that you have a better and safer driving experience. So you would literally just tell the server what you needed to do. You just tell HAL, we call it HAL, just what you needed to do. It will connect with the relevant services, which may not even be an app in your phone, and then pull that information up and then present it to you only through voice. We have absolutely no visual content whatsoever. So at this moment in time, it can interface with anything. So Android Auto, CarPlay, the Bosch provided system, Drive Me, or whoever, it really makes no difference to us. And it lives either on iOS or Android, so we're platform agnostic as well. All we need to do is process what you're saying and go back and help you do it.